Hey guys. So after Facebook's lesson yesterday, which I'm glad I learned earlier rather than later, I'm making this video so that I can either be forgiven or judged by the people who I thought knew me than people who may find out about this in the future who don't know me at all. So I'm going to do a little demonstration because visuals speak louder than words on paper or words you hear. So I'm going to show you something. Okay. So instead of me having to take Cymbalta for depression and anxiety, instead of me having to take Zoloft for anxiety, instead of me having to take benzos for anxiety, I do take Adderall because I have ADD or ADHD, whatever. Instead of me taking, I took Lamotrigine for a while too, for irritability. Okay. So, can you see those there? I'm still on this Adderall. But I'm not depressed anymore, but I still do have anxiety. So, instead of taking 1, 2, 3, I'm still getting off benzos actually. 4 things for anxiety. Instead of me taking Tylenol, that doesn't work. Aspirin, that doesn't work. Ibuprofen, that doesn't work. Gabapentin, that doesn't work. Rizatriptan, that works, but it gives you rebound headaches. Neck injections for herniated disc and fused joint or something like that. Instead of taking Botox, which hasn't worked yet, I still have to try it one more time before giving it up. So instead of me taking all these things that don't work, I still take Flexeril, it's a muscle relaxer with no side effects. Oh, let's not forget about Suboxone. Yay! We love Suboxone. No, we hate it. There, can you guys see all that? This is all for migraines and neck pain. And I got addicted to opiates. This is for anxiety. Let me scoot this stuff over too. Okay. And instead of my mom, who some of you know has seizures, epilepsy, she has to take And these aren't even all of them. These are just the biggest bottles I could find. She has to take 4 horse pills of Keppra that don't work, that don't stop her seizures. $1,100 Briviac doesn't stop her seizures. Dilantin, that causes you to live in a fog, doesn't work. Lamotrigine, she's on. And this is Cerebrex or something like that they give you in the hospital. That doesn't work. So she takes 4, 5, 6 monster pills a day that don't work for her seizures and epilepsy. Okay, so instead of taking all of this stuff now, all of this stuff, and my mom taking this, okay? Just want to make sure everyone can see the gravity of the situation. Okay? I don't like to drink because I drink too much and debauchery happens, and I hate being hungover, and I hate being dehydrated. I know some people prefer that to relieve stress, but instead of all this pain shit and all this anxiety stuff and all this seizure stuff, I smoke God's green herb, about this much, 3 times a night. And I want to get this out there now. So, oh, by the way, this is the only thing that helps my mom, that she still gets seizures because Texas is very strict. And the waiting list to see a medical marijuana doctor is like 10 years long. Okay? So this stops my mom's epilepsy. And every time she gets a seizure, she gets aphasia, and her aphasia restarts and she can't speak anymore. So for 2 years, she was living with that until I finally had her try this. Okay, so I don't need any of this. My mom doesn't need any of that anymore. All we need is this. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because I would rather be, I hope you forgive me. I feel guilty though because I'm breaking Texas's law. But I hope you can forgive me and not judge me for it. And if you need to judge me or you need to vent, you can lash out at me in fear and anger and hate again. But I would encourage and challenge everyone to, I'm still emotional, so I'm trying really hard not to cry. I would encourage and challenge everyone to bear their lives so openly, like I have right here, and plainly, no makeup, like I have. And when the people who you thought knew you from 20 or 30 years ago come lashing out to you in fear or anger or hate, I will be here for you because I've already forgiven you and I love you no matter what. Like, there's nothing anyone can say to me to make me hate them. That's just how I am now. I'm still a sinner. Everything else I've already talked about in other videos. I will continue to sin, but I'm going to try and live the best Christian life I can. Just a non-denominational Christian. But I'll fail again. So I'd rather be judged now by people who I thought knew me, or forgiven, hopefully, than judged by people who might find out about this in the future, but don't have all the facts. It's just better this way. And now I have nothing that anyone can hold over my head. I have nothing else. Everything else I've already talked about in videos. I did one thing that was very stupid before my husband and I got engaged. And I have already told him that and apologized to him for it. And guess what I was doing? I was very drunk. So, this is just basil, but that's why I'm showing this to you now, so that you know that this is all me, and everything I've said is me, and it's in my past, and I'm moving forward, but unfortunately, it's illegal in the state of Texas, so I might get a ticket for this, I don't know, but it's worth it for you guys to know everything about me so that no man can hold anything over my head. And no matter how much you lash out at me, I still love you, all of you. And I pray that God blesses all of you, and I forgive you. And if you have any questions for me, or if you want to know what my actual message was yesterday that no one's picked up on yet, except for one person, you can ask me about it without posting your hate and fear and anger all over my Facebook page. It was really sad, because I'm not racist. It's not the message I was trying to convey. I believe that the statues need to be moved to museums instead of just torn down and ruined, so that we will have, or so those who choose to look at the past can have a place to go to see them, to remind us that we can't go back there again. And I don't want to cry, so I love you and God bless.